next with Popcorn Kelly, episode 3. In today's episode, I'm going to describe my ultra compact travel cart, how I build it, why I build it, and at what cost. Now, hopefully this will be one of my shortest episodes yet. So let's get right to it. So did you ever find yourself traveling and want to get to a match wherever you're going, but really be kind of space constrained in your vehicle, in your car, in your SUV, to the point where you really struggled to bring a full-sized gun cart? Well, this past winter, my wife and I spent 5 weeks in Texas. And that's exactly the spot I found myself in. I wanted to take my gear with me and get in a few matches, and I did. But we have a Jeep Cherokee, we have a dog, we have a kennel, put all of that in the back along with all the things we need to stay for 5 weeks. And for me to put my gun cart in the back would have really kind of pushed us over the edge. Almost certainly would have required us to add a car top carrier, which I really wanted to avoid. So in today's episode, I'm going to describe what I did. I created an ultra compact, inexpensive gun cart that worked really well. I'm going to show you how I build it and what it costs, and I'll include a parts list at the end. So with that, let's get right to it. Now, when I say ultra compact, I mean ultra compact. Here's an image of the entire gun cart ready to place in the back of our Jeep. It's a standard size crate, 21 inches wide, 14 inches deep, and 11 inches tall. The crate and the folded dolly, which you can see underneath it, fit easily and snugly into the space in the back of the Jeep. This image shows everything the crate held, including enough ammo and shot shells for 5 matches, my ammo bag, my hearing and eye protection, my gun lubricant, towels, gun sleeves, a few tools, and the foam padding I used for the sides and edges of the crate, as well as the bungee cords for securing the crate to the dolly. Literally, what you see is everything I needed to set the gun cart up at the match and shoot it, except my leather and, of course, my guns. This then turns into the functional gun cart showed here. So let's go through the steps of how it's built. Now, to build this, you will need a folding dolly, a small crate, a set of foam pads, a 6-inch foam pipe insulation cut to size. I used 4 bungee cords and 2 canopy ties. I'll put the list where I purchased them and what each cost in the description below. So step 1, expand the crate, of course. If it's folded, this one happens to fold down to something about this tall. Place the foam pads on the bottom and in the front of the crate. Measure and cut the pipe foam to fit across the long upper rear edge of the crate and the upper vertical arms of the dolly. These serve as a cushion for your long guns and pistols when they're in the cart. The pipe foam comes with a small slit in it. You'll see how I trimmed mine to be a little bit wider to make it easier to fit around the dolly rails and over the back of the crate. Now, this is what it looks like when the foam piping is on the dolly. Note that I also cut a small piece to go across the dolly's middle bar, again, to cushion the long guns. So next, I placed my long guns in the crate as shown and secure them using the canopy ties to the vertical arms of the dolly, mostly for during transport on the range. I then place 2 soft-sided pistol cases along each side of the crate and invert my pistols inside them, one on each side. I have foam underneath the pistols too. If I didn't have enough foam, I just throw a couple of towels in the bottom of the crate. So if you look closely, you can also see I placed my shot shells along the back of the crate behind the guns and my bullets down the middle between them. I also found I could invert and place my screwdriver or screw knife in the foam padding along the front for super easy access. I like to tighten a couple of screws on my rifle between stages. I also placed my shotgun brush there between the screw and the wall, held it in place really nicely. My second to the last step is to secure the crate to the dolly. That's where the bungee cords come in. I fastened 2 bungee cords around the crate to the dolly and connect them behind the crate. I also used 2 bungee cords that run from the bottom of the crate up and over the crate, connecting again to the dolly in the back. Now these 4 bungees keep the crate from falling forward when you tilt the dolly to move, and it keeps the crate from sliding left to right off the dolly's platform, again, as you're moving around the range. I then placed the bag I used to hold my miscellaneous items like shooting glasses, hearing aids, hand wipes, other small tools. I placed that between the rifle and the shotgun atop the ammo. You know what? And there's plenty of room left over to hold bottles of water, snacks, etc. My last step is to clip my empty brass and shot shell bag on the back, and voila, I'm set up and ready to shoot the match. This worked perfectly. It was as compact a setup as I could ever hope to build. It was easy to set up and take apart, and it worked really well on the range. My biggest concern, frankly, would probably be rain, as I've shown the setup. Unlike my real gun cart, which has a fitted cover and an umbrella attachment, this one doesn't. As constructed, I'd be fairly exposed to the rain. I suppose if push came to shove, I'd bring an extra raincoat or something and place it over the setup if necessary. So, in terms of cost, well, I spent just under $100 total, with the dolly representing a little bit over half the cost. Now, I could have purchased a less expensive dolly, but I wanted a sturdy one. This one that I bought is rated at over 200 pounds. So, in summary, if you're traveling and you find yourself really space constrained and would struggle to bring your gun cart, you can put together something like I've shown you here and get in a little bit of cowboy action shooting wherever you travel to. Again, parts list will be in the description below. So, with that, I told you this one would be short. This is Popcorn Kelly signing off. Thanks for watching. And as always, hopefully our paths will cross one day, wherever that may be, maybe at the 2024 Illinois State Championship match.
So I'll settle to be a wannabe. I'm just so happy to be a wannabe.